This year, all Catholics of the world celebrate Easter, of course, with various kinds of preparations, and starting from the procession of the Passion of the Christ to various types of typical Easter food and drink. Each year, on the week before Easter Sunday, the quiet little town of Larantuka in East Flores, in East Nusa Tenggara Province, comes alive with unique traditions that solemn rite celebrating the Holy Week, and popularly known here as Semana Santa. For the next 3 days, we will give you the closer look of Semana Santa tradition live from Larantuka, East Flores, East Nusa Tenggara. This year, the series of prayers and processions will take place from 5th to 9th April 2023 and it starts today. Larantuka is a sub-district as well as the capital of East Flores Regency, East Nusa Tenggara Province. The city of Larantuka is known as a religious tourism city, one of which is because it has religious tourism in the form of Semana Santa tradition, which is currently taking place. This tradition is able to attract domestic and foreign tourists, and the city of Larantuka also is nicknamed the City of Renya or the City of Our Lady. During this special week, the small town of Larantuka will be thronged with thousands of Catholic pilgrims coming not only from surrounding islands in Flores, but also from Java, Bali, and around Indonesia, and joined by many international tourists. This is because of Larantuka's unique heritage, commemorating the Holy Week by blending old Portuguese devotion with local tradition that originate from the 16th century when in their search for spice, and Portuguese merchants then occupied at this island. Semana Santa commences with Rabu Trewa or Trewa Wednesday on 5th April of the mid-Easter week. On this day, congregation gather in chapels and pray, and remembering the betrayal of Jesus by Judas Iscariot, which lead to the rest of Jesus, his shackling and crucifixion. This is when the town of Larantuka turns into the town of mourning, a time when it's drawn into solemnity and reflection for the purification of the soul. Trewa Wednesday is always interpreted as carrying out the action of sounding sound. The sounds made all Catholics aware that the next day they began to enter the days of mourning. They will be present with Jesus who suffered, was crucified, and died on the cross to atone for human sins. In Larantuka City, East Flores Regency, East Nusa Tenggara Province, for example, Trewa Wednesday is always used by children and youth to take to the street. They carry objects that make sounds and make the atmosphere boisterous. However, previously all Catholics will usually celebrate the Eucharistic celebration and receive lamentation. Larantuka is a quiet small town in East Flores. It is flooded with thousands of Catholics who carry out the Semana Santa procession, which has been going on for 5 centuries. The Semana Santa tradition, which is a Portuguese heritage and traditional tradition, cannot be separated from the presence of the legendary Tuan Ma. The story stretches for tens of generations, mixed with legends and myths. About 500 years ago, on the Larantuka beach, the wind was calm, the waves were slow. At the time, the sea was receding. A boy from the Raciona tribe plays on the seafront looking for fish and snail on the sidelines of the reef. It was then that he found a statue of a woman by the sea. The statue was then taken home to be handed over to his grandmother. Since then, Larantuka residents who still adhere to animism and dynamism believe that the statue is the scared objects. Near the statue stood still arranged to form symbols they did not understand. It was only later, when the missionaries arrived, that they learned that the inscription read Santa Maria Reina Rosari. Then, the king of Larantuka at that time made the statue the goddess that worshipped. The descendant of the king of Larantuka, Don Andre Martinus Dias Vieira de Godinho, revealed that during the war, they performed traditional ceremonies in front of the statue and succeeded in defeating the enemy. The Lama Holot people who live on the coast of Flores also always pray in front of statue when they are clearing land for farming and when they are sick to be healed soon. According to Don Martinez, their requests were always granted. The people around Larantuka refer to the statue of Tuan Ma. Literally, Tuan Ma means master and mama, while the people of Lama Holot call it Rera Wulan Tanah Ekan, or God of Heaven and God of Earth. That's all about Trewa Wednesday, and see you on Monday, Thursday, tomorrow morning. And don't forget to stay with us to follow, to feel, and to watch the Semana Santa procession before Easter live from Larantuka. Don't forget to stay tuned on Kupang and Tribun Forest YouTube channel. God bless you.
Salam Maria, penuh rahmat Tuhan sertamu, terpujilah engkau di antara wanita, dan terpujilah buah tubuhmu Yesus.